door handle, on a mattress. That'll degrade your immune system way faster than anything you eat, do, anything else. That's the #1 thing that causes your immune system to break down, static electricity. That's why when things dry out, winter comes, all of a sudden you touch stuff, it's like psh, 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 psh. And then everybody's got sniffles, colds, coughs, flus, fevers, all that stuff starts kicking in. Static electricity. The bed has static electricity on it. If you're just worked out, now you sit on that static charge, it gums up your whole meridian system. Nothing moves. So you got to keep that energy flow going. You ever found out if you work out every day, you don't get sore because you're moving and you move the energy off. It's kind of like that with grounding. If you're grounded to the earth, the energy moves in you, through you, around you, and back to the earth again. You're part of the system. And so it actually is easier to push that energy off you to keep the muscles from getting sore. Get horizontal, get grounded. Now, when we start looking into this, how to really do it, one of the things that really gets on, this is a pet peeve I have. It's a big pet peeve, the pillow and pillow addictions. Man, you think we have heroin problems or cocaine problems or alcohol or whatever? Pillow addiction. This is one of my favorite things ever. All kinds of neck problems, jaw problems, wake up, kinks in the neck, all this kind of stuff. All of it went away when I realized we're not designed for pillows. Get off the pillow. Get the pillow off. It's a drug. Lay on your shoulder. Use your arm. Everything will be exactly perfect. Your spine will be exactly flat when you start sleeping on your arm. Now, it's uncomfortable in the beginning because we're not used to it. And then all of a sudden, you figure it out, how we're supposed to sleep on your side with your arm. This is really amazing because then you can never get a kink in your neck. You never have any more neck problems, jaw problems, TMJ. All this stuff is related to pillows. The pillow addiction is intense. Here's another big problem about the pillow. It's lifting your head up. You don't ever want that because then all night long your blood has to pump up. So it's exhausting you. Here's what you want. You want it to go down. So actually the pillow should go under your knees. Isn't it, everything is like, I read this in Nietzsche years ago, 20 years ago, I read this idea that you take whatever is put out there and you exactly reverse it, and there you will have the truth. I've observed that for over 20 years. I think that's right on. I think it's accurate. It's exactly the opposite. Pillow under your head, terrible idea. Pillow under your knees, great idea. Amazing idea. So you start sleeping inverted or a little bit tilted backwards. Here's what I found out. Grounded, sleeping basically like a bat. Let's get a bat up here. Check this out. Bats sleep upside down. They're inverted. And an opossum. How does an opossum sleep? That's how they sleep. They hang off the darn tree. Bats and opossums are the only mammals that do not get arthritis. They don't get arthritis. Arthritis has to do with gravity, which is a toxin, and as soon as you get upside down, you take gravity, a toxin, you turn it into a medicine. That's yoga. Every pose in yoga, what's the king of yoga poses? Headstand. What's the queen? Shoulder stand. It's an inversion where your hips are above your heart. That's an inversion where your hips are above your heart. Downward dog. It's an inversion. When you get yourself inverted, so your hips are above your heart, your body doesn't have to push all that blood up to into your head all night, then you could start getting into a zone. Once you get your whole thing really working, everything's cleaned up, you're really super healthy, everything's kind of fine-tuned, then you get to a point where you sleep 2 hours, no problem, an hour, no problem, upside down. You get in a hotel room. You get in a hotel room. Instead of your feet hanging off the bed, you swing around and you put your feet up on the wall right there with the bent knees like that, and then you got your pillow right there, so your butt's on a pillow, and so the whole thing like, you follow me on this? No. Check it out. You're on the bed. Your knee, you flip around. So on the headboard, suddenly your head's not there anymore, you're flipping your butt around to the headboard. Your legs are now up because you've got your knees up in the air and you're pushing against the wall, right? Your feet are up against the wall right there, above the headboard. And then you got a pillow under your butt, so you're actually like that. So your head's down, grounded, inverted sleeping. That's a whole story right there. That's a whole thing. I found that out through putting all the pieces together over all these years. I've gone through many, many periods of my life where I had an hour to sleep, and I had to pull it off. And just did it that way. Just inverted myself, threw my legs up on top of the couch, put a pillow under my butt, and then was down like that, so I'm completely inverted, and I'm grounded. You just get away with an hour of sleep. No, they don't. This is such a discovery right here about this whole grounding thing with the sleeping and the whole sleeping systems and the sleeping of the future, all of that. It's going to be a whole different story. But yoga has always taught gravity's a toxin. You need to turn gravity into a medicine. Get upside down. Now, there's a number of reasons for that, but one of the other reasons that goes on with this whole thing about gravity is if you're just inverting and you're able to hang, like a yogi hanging upside down in a cave, and you can get the traction on your spine, well, then you've pretty much solved every spine problem. Ultimately, every spinal problem, every disorder, every subluxation, everything is really not torsion, but is compression.